Gilton, the golden gateway of Mount Festus. How generous of them to mine out all that treasure. By this plentiful gold we shall reforge the Colossus and force it to fight for us. Welcome to Gilton, Casita. Now that we have the summoning stone, we must reforge the Colossus. To do so, you will need to gather 1 million gold pieces and deposit them into the forge. Golden statues are also satisfactory, and there are plenty of Festians just waiting to be melted down. Allow me to demonstrate with Mandalf the Gold. Ah, so satisfying. But these statues alone will not suffice. You'll need to mine, steal, and conjure your way to the vast sum that you require. The Duke's illegitimate son, Lord Sapphire, is leisurely mining this area and defends a substantial stockpile. I would recommend disrupting his operation to bolster your own collection efforts. You have at your disposal the Aureate Monolith. This construct has 2 functions. Its first is to create a golden aura that turns defeated minions to gold. Its second is far more exciting. You may click to activate it, causing it to absorb all gold from a nearby area, sending it directly to your vault. However, this will completely drain the monolith's power and will permanently destroy it. If you accidentally trigger this function, you may deactivate it with a second click before it completes. Do not forget your other tools: the transmutation potion, the blood money spell, and the ritual avarice, as means to gather additional gold. In the meantime, there are some ready-made golden statues beside your dungeon core, just asking to be melted down. Pick them up and drop them into the forge. There's an excellent spot to test the Aureate Monolith to the north of your dungeon core. Try building one upon the flashing tile. The Aureate Monolith will transform anyone who is slain in its vicinity into a golden statue, which can then be mined for gold. It can also be activated to drain all gold from the surrounding area, including gold from tiles, the ground, statues, and even enemy vaults. However, fool's gold created with the transmutation potion cannot be drained. The forge is at 1/10 capacity. You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You've identified an artifact of workers. You have discovered a gateway. Underminer complete.
Yes, you told me.
I know you'd rather pocket this gold than put it into the forge, but remember the bigger picture, Casita. Your minions are being attacked.
This is our gold, precious and beautiful, that fields can keep away.
You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. You're now at 2/10 capacity. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. Your creatures are in combat. A cultist has entered your dungeon. Not enough mana. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your minions are fighting the enemy.
Useless.
Prospector ready.
How does that taste?
Prospector activated. You've discovered an artifact. You've discovered a gold shrine. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. A chunder is unhappy because it is tired. It's time to pay your minions, Underlord. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. One of your minions is unhappy.
Where the hell am I? Where's that grimoire?
A necromancer has entered your dungeon. You've identified an artifact of gold. Revelation ready. You may use your lightning spell to tag golden statues as decorative, giving them a wonderful golden plinth and preventing your workers from mining them. You may then pick them up and place them in your dungeon, wherever you wish. May I recommend the burning fires of the Colossus Forge? Revelation activated. You have discovered a gateway.
That's what you get for leaving me alone with Mother! Nap time. It feels good.
Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. A shadow has entered your dungeon. You've identified an artifact of workers.
I hope I don't have enough.
You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers.
Our stockpile is mounting. Papa will be most pleased with me.
Yes, we don't.
A skark has entered your dungeon. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You've identified an artifact of gold. You've not got 2 coins to rub together, Underlord. Mine more gold.
My troops? Trons as repugnant creatures.
Don't let them get away with such blasphemy. A Chunder has entered your dungeon. Avarice activated. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. A Bathu has entered your dungeon. You have claimed a gateway. The forge is filled up to 3/10 capacity. You've identified an artifact of workers. You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. Avarice ready. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your minions have entered battle. Avarice activated. An Oculus has entered your dungeon. You are out of mana. Sentinel complete. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your minions have engaged the enemy. Your minions are fighting the enemy. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You are out of mana. Assembly ready. Assembly activated. Sentinel complete. Payday has come again. Your minions have engaged the enemy. Sentinel complete. You are out of mana.
You are nothing!
You are out of mana. Your minions are being attacked. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You've identified an artifact of gold. A minion has entered your dungeon. Skarg lost. A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired.
I never get hungry for some reason.
Your minions are being attacked. The forge is at 4/10 capacity. You've identified an artifact of workers.
By hazard to think what I could sculpt with all this gold. Just because the outpost is under siege doesn't mean you should stop mining gold.
Assembly ready. Your minions have entered battle. You are out of mana. Sentinel complete. Your minions are being attacked.
Do your honorable duties and protect our outpost. Our outpost has fallen to some staggeringly ugly creations.
They aren't so easy on the eye themselves. Assembly activated. Your minions have entered battle. One of your workers can't afford health care.
Filthy! Disgusting!
Sentinel lost. Your minions are fighting the enemy. You found a neutral auger. Your minions have entered battle. Sentinel complete. You're at 5/10 capacity. Halfway there.
How rude of them to attack our outpost.
Yeah, for some reason.
Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. Avarice ready. Sentinel lost. Oculus lost. You've identified an artifact of gold.
An outpost is merely an object. It is our lives that are important, and which we now must protect.
How disgustingly sentimental. Your creatures are in combat.
I would rather make art, not war, but this assailant has forced my hand.
Rid yourself of these attackers, Underlord. Cultist lost. Your ritual is ready to be cast. Your minions are fighting the enemy. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired. Chunder lost. Your minions have entered battle. Avarice activated. Cultist lost. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Your minions are fighting the enemy. Chunder lost. Not enough mana. Your minions are under attack.
How am I supposed to sculpt without raw material? Bring me more gold.
Your minions have entered battle. A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired.
Fight me!
Shadow lost. Sentinel complete. Now the forge is at 6/10 capacity. Carry on, Casita. You've identified an artifact of gold. Time to pay your minions, Underlord. for all their hard work. Your minions are under attack. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. A minion is unhappy because it can't go to bed. The forge is at 7/10 capacity. Avarice ready? A ghoul has risen in your crypt. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. Avarice activated. You've identified an artifact of gold. Underminer complete. Besiege ready. Besiege activated. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your minions have engaged the enemy.
Alright, the outpost is fading. We need to rethink our strategy. An outpost is merely an object. It is our lives that are important, and which we now must protect.
How disgustingly sentimental.
You down.
Your minions are fighting the enemy. Avarice ready. Avarice activated. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. Your creatures are in combat. The forge is almost ready. 8/10 capacity. You've found a neutral witch doctor. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. You've identified an artifact of gold. You're at 9/10 capacity. Almost there. Avarice ready. Avarice activated.
Defeat the demon, and you should live on in my chanson.
Destroy them. And perhaps you too will be remembered in song.
Without the Heart of Gold, my artistic career would be in shambles.
Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. The forge is full. Well done, Casita. Now you can construct the Colossus. I shall afford you the honor. When you're ready to progress to the capital dungeon, click to activate the forge. Behold, the last Colossus of the Aureate army of Feastus. It seems somewhat agitated. Then again, the Feastians did abandon it for centuries. It will require little incentive to assault the Duke's capital dungeon. Excellent work, Casita. Gilton no longer glitters, being the hollowed-out husk that it is. Their once loyal Colossus clearly perceives the new order of things. I look forward to witnessing the Duke's face when his golden warrior marches into the capital dungeon. Onwards! Welcome home, Underlord.